You know, something quietly changes when you begin to wake up. Not on the surface, not in your job, your hair, your posture, but in your heart. In the way you relate. In the way you love. You can't love like you used to, not because you are bitter, but because you have become honest. And here is what nobody tells you. You're not broken. You just love differently now. Have you ever felt like your love no longer fits the world around you? Like the depth you offer is too much for people who only swim on the surface. Most people were trained to love transactionally, to love for comfort, for validation, for safety. But when you start waking up, that kind of love tastes artificial, like plastic fruit. You no longer love to fill a void. You love from wholeness. And it changes everything. You stop chasing people who don't see you. You stop explaining your softness like it is a flaw. You stop confusing intensity with intimacy. Let me share with you 7 profound truths that explain why your love has changed and why it may feel like nobody understands you anymore. The first truth is this. First truth. You no longer fall in love with potential. You fall in love with presence. You used to be drawn to people you could help, fix, uplift. You saw what they could be. But now you are more interested in who they are when the mask drops. You are no longer seduced by someone's one day. You want their today, their raw truth, their essence, their energy in silence. And that is why small talk now feels like spiritual suffocation. You crave soul talk, eye contact, stillness without effort. You do not want someone to impress you. You want someone to meet you. This shift is powerful, but it also makes your world smaller, because most people are still chasing the dream version of others. But you are awake now, and presence is the only thing that feels like home. Second truth. You do not need love to rescue you anymore. You need it to respect you. You used to romanticize being saved, emotionally, financially, spiritually. But now you see that real love does not rescue. It reflects. It shows you who you are, not who you are missing. You have stopped asking someone else to carry your soul, and you've stopped offering to carry theirs. This does not mean you do not support, help, or hold space. It just means you do not abandon yourself to do so. You have discovered that any love that demands your self-erasure is not love. It is control. You are no longer available for love that asks you to betray your intuition, to shrink your voice, to override your body. You are done rescuing, and done needing to be rescued. You have become your own sanctuary. And now, any relationship that enters must honor that. The third truth is subtle but deep. You have stopped performing for love. You do not laugh when it is not funny. You do not say it is fine when it is not. You do not bend to be understood. And because of that, people may call you difficult, cold, or closed. But really, you have just become clear. Before awakening, your love was a shapeshifter. You tried to fit people's expectations, to be palatable, easy, likable. But now, you do not want to be liked. You want to be real. Your love no longer comes with the need to be chosen. It comes with the need to be true. And yes, this clarity costs you shallow closeness. It costs you comfort-based connections. But in return, it gives you peace. The fourth truth is the hardest one to admit. You grieve what love used to feel like. Not because it was better, but because it was familiar. The chase, the drama, the longing. You once mistook those highs and lows for passion, but now they just feel like nervous system chaos. There is a loneliness that comes with awakening. You are no longer attracted to what excites your ego. You want what calms your soul. But that kind of love is rare. It does not scream. It does not cling. It does not make grand entrances. It stays, quietly, steadily, fully, and until you find it, you may feel like your heart has nowhere to land. But this emptiness is not your brokenness. It is your clarity, your discernment, your rebirth. The fifth truth: your standards are no longer negotiable. You used to compromise on how you were treated, as long as there was potential. You used to tolerate inconsistency, as long as there was chemistry. You used to make excuses for people's behavior, because your empathy was louder than your self-respect. But now, you require presence. You require kindness. You require truth. Not perfection, intention, not fantasy, honesty. And this shift makes you intimidating, because most people expect love to be earned through sacrifice. But you've stopped sacrificing yourself for scraps of connection. You'd rather be alone than be confused. You'd rather wait than chase. You'd rather hold space than force something to fit. This isn't pride. It's protection. You've become fluent in the language of energy. You feel when someone is pretending. You sense when they are performing. You know when someone is physically present but emotionally absent. And you cannot unfeel it. You don't fall for words anymore. You feel the vibration behind them. You don't trust titles. You trust presence. You don't get swept up in fantasy. You stay grounded in reality. Because love without energetic integrity is empty. It may look right on paper, but if it does not resonate in your gut, you simply cannot move forward. You've become energetically sensitive. Not fragile, but refined. Not picky, precise. You've stopped needing love to look a certain way. You've let go of timelines, milestones, roles. You've stopped comparing your path to others. You've surrendered the idea that love must come wrapped in a romantic bow. You see love everywhere now. In a friend's laughter. In a quiet morning. In the way you talk to yourself on hard days. Your heart no longer seeks proof. It lives in presence. And this makes you whole. So here we are, back to where we started. You are not broken. You just love differently now. You are not too sensitive. You are too aware. You are not too intense. You are just finally honest. You are not hard to love. You are just unwilling to be loved halfway. And that is your power. The next time someone tells you you are too much, smile, because it means they are not ready for the depth you now live in. Your love is no longer something you offer to be accepted. It is something you are, something sacred, something whole, something not everyone is meant to touch. And that is okay. You are not here to be understood by everyone. You are here to remember yourself, to love from truth, not trauma, to connect with those who speak the same silent language. You are not broken, you just love like the ocean now. And some people were only meant to swim in the shallow. And perhaps the most beautiful part of all this is that you're no longer looking for love to save you. You've stopped waiting for someone to arrive and make your life begin, because your life is already here, already sacred, already whole. You no longer confuse solitude with loneliness. You have discovered that being alone is often the clearest mirror. And in that stillness, you meet the parts of yourself that used to hide in other people. You do not avoid silence now, you welcome it. Because silence is honest, silence reveals. And from that silence, a new kind of love begins to rise. Not one built on fantasy or fear or urgency, but one built on resonance. You now seek something rare, someone who does not want to possess you, fix you, or fill you. Someone who can simply be with you fully in presence. No masks, no roles, no rescue. And because you are not looking to be completed, you are no longer attracted to people who want to be saved. You are not here to merge and lose yourself. You are here to meet as two whole beings, dancing in awareness. This kind of love is slow. It doesn't rush. It listens. It breathes. It may not look like the movies. It may not impress the crowd. but it will feel like home. You're not here to perform love. You're here to embody it, to live it in the way you speak, the way you hold space, the way you walk away when something doesn't honor your soul. So don't doubt your journey. Don't shrink your truth to fit their expectations. Don't apologize for your depth. The way you love now isn't broken. It's evolved. And those who are meant for you will not only understand it, they will cherish it. Because the kind of love you carry isn't loud. It's sacred. And sacred things aren't always seen, but they are always felt. And so, the journey continues.